Hey guys, what is up? This is Matthew Davis Media once again. Welcome back to another game review. And I know I keep repeating myself yet again. I know I haven't done a whole lot of game reviews and stuff like that. Like I said I would. My last review was for Bayonetta 2, and I did review Super Metroid and Horizon Zero Dawn. It's just been stressful now that YouTube isn't going to be giving a lot of people ads on their videos that much. I don't know why, but let's not get into that right now. Let me talk about this game, Borderlands. This is Borderlands: The Handsome Collection, but I'm going to be talking about Borderlands 2. I've been wanting to talk about this game for quite a while. I have beaten the game, like, nearly a year ago. I don't know why I never reviewed it. I think the main reason why I never reviewed it is because there was just so much I wanted to do after I beat the main game. So, anyways, Borderlands 2. Borderlands 1 I thought was a good game, but it did have its fair share of flaws that it had. It was a good game, but it was far from a masterpiece. However, Borderlands 2 improves it on so many levels. You play as one of four or five vault hunters, and you have to stop Handsome Jack from, of course, taking over the world of Pandora. And that is a pretty cliched story, but pretty much Handsome Jack is one of the best villains I've seen in video games recently. I mean, he is just such a jerk that I love to hate him. I mean, that's how good of a villain he is. And let me start off with the graphics. For cel-shaded graphics, they look really good. Here's the thing. When I first saw the poster for this game, I thought it looked kind of weird, because I saw the poster in 2012. I was all like, what kind of a game is that? But, a few years later, I got to play it over at a friend's house for PlayStation 3. And I was blown away. I only played like 15 minutes of the game, and I wanted to play more, so I got the Handsome Collection. I got it for PS4, and I've had a blast. This is one of the most fun first-person shooters I've ever played. And not only that, it's also one of the funniest games I have ever played. This has some really, really hilarious dialogue coming from the characters and Easter eggs too. Like, there are so many Easter eggs in this game. Remember that line, "Welcome to die," from that X-Men game? That was a stupid line. They reference it in this game, which I thought was pretty funny. And they also reference stuff like Minecraft. Like, there is a mission that involves Minecraft, and you have to take down, like, creepers and stuff, and they're, like, blocks that represent Minecraft and stuff like that. Oh, and remember that double rainbow video? Either Claptrap, and Handsome Jack, whenever they come up on your little icon, they're talking through your, like, icon or something, you'll see two double rainbows, and one of them is just going like, "Oh, double rainbow, and what does it mean?" Oh my god, that was hilarious. Sorry about that, but anyways, let me talk about the characters. Once again, I already established Handsome Jack. Also, the characters you played in the first Borderlands return in this game. Like, you got Roland and Brick and stuff like that. And in one mission, you have to rescue one of the characters from the previous game, which I thought was really interesting. It was really good to see the cast of the original Borderlands back. My favorite character in the entire series is, without a doubt, Claptrap. He is one of the funniest video game robots out there, right next to GLaDOS and Wheatley from Portal 2. Like, he has some of the best lines. Like, it's too bad that there isn't a whole lot of Claptrap in the Borderlands series. I would have loved to see more Claptrap, or better yet, give him his own spin-off game. I really wanted to see more. Like, I've been watching that web series that of Claptrap, because he's easily the best thing about this movie. What am I saying? That's part of this game. And not only that, there's also a little girl you come across in the game called Tiny Tina. Oh my god, she is just freaking adorable. And Like she also has some really good lines. Like there are so many like freaking stuff in that game that there. I think she also has her. I think she has her own DLC too. I'm not sure. She's in the DLC, but she's also one of the best characters in the series. Like there are just so many characters that are really memorable in the game. And with all these characters and this big world, there is hardly any time to stop. But yeah, as for issues with the game, like I said, the story is a bit cliched. Also, I was expecting like a full wide open world, but sometimes the worlds are just don't really feel like open worlds. Like if you go too far off the map, then you respawn and you lose some of your money. Also the looting in this game. The looting, like sometimes when you're playing in co-op, you only have one gun. Like there's not any multiple guns. Well, that's pretty much what you expected. I've actually played this in co-op. I played online with a few random people, and honestly, they helped out a lot because there can be some really tough competition with the bosses in this game. Like, it took me like forever to beat the final boss, and I had to do it by myself. But luckily, if you get help from like people online and playing it on co-op, then it makes the game much more fun. I actually played this with my friend Matthew Bailey, Mad Attack, one time, and after I beat the main game, which I think the second Borderlands game has a much better, more satisfying ending, and uh, yeah, and there's actually so much to do in this game. Like there could be like there's like over 30 hours, maybe 40 hours of content in this game, and I just did not want to stop because of how fun the game is. And another thing, I shouldn't mention the guns. There is so many guns in this game. Like, it is really hard to count all of them. Like, there are hundreds of them, dozens, just like in the first game, which that's basically what the first game was all about. It's guns. It does focus a bit more on its story, pretty much, and its weapons. Oh yeah, the enemies in this game, they're also really funny too. Like, this game is just so freaking funny. Like, I just want to play more of it. And it's not punishingly difficult like I thought it was when playing it. Like, it can be beaten, but the last few levels in the camp or the story mode, it really took me a while to actually finish it. I had to respawn different levels, making me lose some of my money and stuff. Also, the skill points you get, too. The skill points are also really customizable. They're really acceptable. Like, I love when you can use certain skill points to upgrade, like, your health and stuff, and your shield. Like, it's just really satisfying to level up. Like, you can level up so much. Overall, Borderlands 2 is one of my favorite first-person shooters of all time. It's one of the funniest games I've ever played in my life. It has really charming characters, a really amazing, a pretty good score actually from beginning to end, and a really amazing, like, big, huge world. Although when you do teleport to different worlds, it's just different parts of the world, not really a whole open world. But for the most part, I cannot deny how much fun I've had playing Borderlands 2. I put it really high on my top 10 favorite first-person shooters of all time, and it's well-deserved. I'm going to give Borderlands 2 4.5 out of 5. I definitely recommend playing it, even if you weren't a fan of the first Borderlands game. This isn't the last Borderlands game out there. Sadly, what's kind of disappointing about this compilation is it doesn't contain the first Borderlands game. It contains Borderlands, the pre-sequel, which I haven't played, but I have played Tales from the Borderlands, which isn't even a first-person shooter. It's a game by Telltale, and I want to talk about that game real soon. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Word out.